Is pizza. And now we have the endless clutter of the kitchen table. We have seeds for palm trees because I desperately want palm trees. We have gardenia flowers, which make me happy. The kitchen smells like gardenias. We have a London fog because I bought vanilla from Penzies. And that is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And the most important takeaway from this, we have bread dough that lives in the fridge. It's stuck. So, if you, like my child, like a lot of people, are sensitive to preservatives, then bread gives you trouble, right? Almost all bread gives you trouble. And like even the nice little happy fluffy flour tortillas, little half-cooked ones. So, and if you, like a lot of people, started making bread at the beginning of the lockdown, you might be a bread snob like me and think that bread only tastes good on the day it was made, or maybe the next day. Maybe. Right? So, something totally awesome is that you can make bread dough, really soft, sticky bread dough, and lob it in the fridge. And it will wait patiently there whenever you need to make something fresh and delicious and quick. Look, this was hopelessly sticky, and while it's still sticky, the sitting in the fridge activated the glutens more, and so now it's not, you know, oh bother, excuse me. Alright, I'm back. Don't do what I just did. I just had a horrible time getting that unstuck. But the timer was going off because the child's allotted audiobook time is ended. So, as you can tell, I'm just being really casual about stretching this out. Oh, the magic part about having bread dough living in your fridge is that if you want to have just something fresh and easy to go with almost anything, just flatten one of these babies out, cook them up, and it's not naan, but you can use it instead of naan because you needed something quick, right? It's definitely not a tortilla, but you can use it instead of a tortilla because you needed something quick. And it's not, let's see, pita bread, but the same, because flatbreads are wonderful, and having something live in the fridge that you can have ready very quickly is important. Alright, now we have our future pizza in its cast iron skillet. Now, you can make it thinner than that, you can make it thicker than that. It's all about what makes you happy, okay? It will poof up, because that's what yeast dough does, the magic of it. So we're going to take this over to the stovetop now. Fridge, this is getting turned on somewhere in the neighborhood of medium, okay? Because this is what's going to cook bottom and get it all crunchy. That and the olive oil in the pan. So next up, while it's cooking, I'm going to add crushed tomatoes and I'm going to chop up some garlic and put it in there. The magic of this is you know exactly what's going into it. You're in charge of that. And it happens quickly, and it's exactly what you want. So in my case, if I want absolute ridiculous death by garlic pizza, then I get ridiculous death by garlic pizza. Ha ha ha. No vampires today. Look, you can tell it's just starting to get warm down there. And some oregano and some basil. It's this weird crinkle-leafed basil I forgot to write down the name of. But it is delicious. Just grated up some cheese. You can absolutely skip the cheese. Just don't use the fake stuff, okay? Just figure out what you love about cheese and replace it with some other ingredient. I love cheese being salty and fermented. And so I can totally balance out salty and fermented using like pickled onions and olives if I want to. I only use cheese like half the time, but using it this time because I'm calling the YouTube video pizza. It's sizzling now. That's a good sign. While I was out getting basil, I got a green pepper. Just a little one though. And of course olives. I refuse to have a pizza without olives, it seems like. And now, see, we've got bubbling on all sides. That means it'll be brown underneath. Now we are ready to move to the oven. The important thing is this is on broil. Look. Ta-da! And that is because right now we are cooking the top of it. So in my oven, which is at least a third dead, we do 450 for 8 minutes. You'll have to experiment a little bit. I'd recommend starting with like 425 and 6 or something. Like I said, this is fast. Off. Oh, look how pretty. Be very careful. It's hot. So, tell me that's not a gorgeous pizza. We're going to let it sit for a minute, okay? Hold the chaos behind me. Hopefully someday I'll have an aesthetic background. Not today. Someday. So, pizza is cooling, and I'm just going to take a second and say this. The goal of this was like what you remember your favorite pizza being when you were a kid. If, like me, you remember that as being like deep dish from Domino's or Pizza Hut. And then you go back and it's really sad, but you have this memory and you want to replicate it, right? So I'll say that my partner loves thin crust, and he takes the exact same dough I just did and he rolls it out with a rolling pin and pokes it full of holes with a fork. And the temperatures are the same and the time is the same, and it's a nice thin crust pizza. Alright? So, something that comes together quickly, cheaper than ordering, and if you are at all sensitive to mystery ingredients, it's really good to be able to put your own stuff together. And if you're tired, quickly is a good thing, or really hungry. So, let's go see how the pizza looks. The power just went out. I'm so glad lunch is already cooked. Can you see it? I assure you it is a beautiful brown. Alright, let me get that cooked up. Cut up. Ending by the back door, where there is light, because the power is out. Because Ida. So, there's the beautiful bottom. There's the beautiful side shot. There's the beautiful top. And now I'm going to eat this and run off to an appointment.
Meow. 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 Meow.
Bubble. Fluff ball. ridiculous creature.